Millis Transfer Incorporated, Millis, as we know it today, started after Prohibition with the acquisition of the Old Styler distributorship in Black River Falls, Wisconsin, by Jake and Ray Millis. Beer for the wholesale business was hauled from La Crosse, Wisconsin, as well as freight of all kinds to and from La Crosse, Wisconsin. In 1944, Bud and Mayo Millis bought the business from Jake and Ray. In 1947, they sold out the freight portion and concentrated on the wholesale beer business, as well as the Studebaker dealership, which they had obtained. In 1951, they sold the Studebaker franchise after obtaining the Ford franchise. In 1954, they purchased the land and the garage, which they had been renting from Charlie Bundy. In 1957, the Millis family again entered into the freight business with the incorporation of Millis Brothers Incorporated. In 1962, they decided to dissolve the partnership, with Mayo taking over the garage and Ford dealership and Bud continuing with the beer business, trucks, and warehousing. The year 1962 started the swing into transportation on a much larger scale, with the signing of a contract between Millis Brothers Incorporated and the Joseph Schlitz Brewing Company in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Continuing the family tradition, in 1965, Bud sold 1/3 ownership to his son, Bill, renaming the company Millis Brothers Transfer. As prosperity continued, in 1967, Ruppel Transfer of Chautauqua, Wisconsin was purchased. This gave Millis Brothers Transfer additional authority to operate with, as well as more equipment. In 1972, Millis Brothers Transfer purchased Beer Transit Incorporated of Heartland, Wisconsin. This gave Millis Brothers Transfer common carrier authority and additional equipment. In order to operate under this newly acquired common carrier authority on a much broader scope, the name was changed to Beer Transit. In 1977, Halima Trucking of Menominee, Wisconsin was purchased, again after awarding additional freight as well as more equipment. Following a philosophy that service to our customers is of utmost importance, all equipment purchased was evaluated, keeping the better tractors and trailers and selling the older, less reliable equipment. In 1978, because of additional operating authorities and varied products being transported by Beer Transit, the name was changed to Millis Transfer Incorporated, removing the stigma that we only hauled beer and beer products. It was also done to put Millis' name back on the equipment. In 1980, Millis suffered a great loss when Bud Millis passed away, leaving Bill Millis as our sole management leader. Bill served as president from 1972 until relinquishing this role in 1989 to his son, David. Millis suffered another great loss on June 12, 2017, with the passing of Bill Millis. In 1983, JWI Trucking was purchased and involved Millis and garment transportation with very specialized hauling features, such as garments on hangers, consolidation distribution between Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Chicago, Illinois, and New York City, New York. In 1984, Higgins Transportation of Richland Center, Wisconsin, and Risto Trucking of Milwaukee, Wisconsin was purchased. Higgins Transportation was involved as a carrier for Kmart Corporation, and Risto was a smaller, short-haul carrier that got Millis working as a local cartage carrier in and around Milwaukee metropolitan area. In 1985, the purchase of 2G Transportation increased the volume of business between Minneapolis, Minnesota, and Milwaukee, with beer being hauled to Minneapolis, Minnesota, and glass back to the brewery in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. In 1989, Millis expanded its operation into the Southeast by opening a terminal in Kennesaw, Georgia, and running it under the name MTI Freight Systems, Inc. Then, in May 1991, the companies merged, with Millis Transfer Incorporated continuing to operate as the sole freight carrier and MTI Freight System Incorporated as the equipment holding company. With the above acquisition and internal growth, Millis has developed from 20 tractors and 40 trailers in 1982 to over 800 tractors and 2,400 trailers today. Millis is proud of the fact that they are able to show considerable growth and at the same time have a strong operating ratio, which proves growth has not adversely affected efficiency. There is not another company that has the quality of equipment which Millis operates. While most companies continue to cut back on amenities, Millis adds to tractors and to facilitate driver comfort. Millis realizes that although the company is made up of a team, it's the drivers who is ultimately responsible for the successful shipper-carrier relationship. The equipment is spec'd to provide the drivers with as many comfort as there are available. Millis has a large customer following with a variety of products ranging from glass containers, food products, paper products, and of course, the beer industry. Millis operation is run from a central location in Black River Falls, Wisconsin. In addition, we have maintenance facilities in Black River Falls, Richfield, Wisconsin, Weedsport, New York, Cartersville, Georgia, Trenton, Ohio, and Burleson, Texas. In addition, we have drop yards in Ridgeway, Virginia, Appleton, Wisconsin, Albany, Georgia, and Cartersville, Georgia. To support this operation, the business is completely computerized from customer service and dispatch to payroll and billing.